In the heart of Kenya, nestled between the vast savannas and the bustling city of Nairobi, lay the humble village of Majiwa. This village was small, but its people had big hearts and even bigger dreams. Among them was a young girl named Lori. She was known for her bright smile and determination to succeed. Lori had always dreamed of going to university, a dream that was not easy to achieve in Majiwa. Her family was poor. They lived in a tiny mud house with a thatched roof, and their daily meals depended on the crops they grew. Lori's father, Stephen, was a farmer. He worked tirelessly from dawn until dusk, planting maize and beans in their small plot of land. Despite their poverty, Stephen and Lori shared a bond that was stronger than the tallest baobab tree. He always told her, "Education is the key to unlock the golden door of freedom, my daughter. With it, you can change your world." Stephen's words resonated deeply with Lori. She studied hard, often by the light of a flickering candle, while Stephen worked beside her, repairing tools or weaving baskets to sell at the market. He didn't have much, but he gave her all the love and encouragement he could. Years passed, and Lori's hard work paid off. She received a scholarship to attend the University of Nairobi. It was a proud moment for her and her father, though it was a struggle to gather the money for her travel and initial expenses. The village came together to support her. The day she left for the city, the entire village gathered to wish her well. Stephen, with tears in his eyes, hugged her tightly and whispered, "Remember, you carry our hopes with you. Make us proud." Lori excelled at the university, never forgetting where she came from. She called her father every week, sharing stories of her new life and the challenges she faced. Stephen, always listening attentively, offered words of wisdom and comfort. 4 years flew by, and the day of Lori's graduation finally arrived. She was to receive her degree in engineering, a field she chose because she wanted to bring innovation to her village. Stephen, however, had a dilemma. He had saved every penny he could to make the journey to Nairobi, but his old shoes were beyond repair, and he couldn't afford new ones. Determined to be there for his daughter, Stephen decided to walk the long distance to Nairobi barefoot. The journey was arduous. The rough terrain cut into his feet, but he pressed on, fueled by the thought of seeing Lori's smiling face. As Stephen arrived at the university gates, his clothes dusty and feet blistered, he looked around in awe at the grand buildings and the well-dressed crowd. He felt out of place and hesitated, unsure if he should enter. But then, he saw her Lori, standing tall in her graduation gown, scanning the crowd for a familiar face. When their eyes met, Lori's face lit up with joy. She ran towards her father, tears streaming down her cheeks. She didn't care about the whispers or the stares from others. To her, he was the most important person in the world. "Dad," she cried, hugging him tightly. "You came, you made it." Stephen, overwhelmed with emotion, could only nod. Lori took his hand and led him into the hall. The other graduates and their families watched in surprise as Lori proudly walked beside her barefoot father. During the ceremony, when Lori's name was called, she stood up, holding her father's hand. As she received her diploma, she turned to the audience and spoke from her heart. "This," she said, lifting the diploma high, "is not just mine. It belongs to my father, Stephen, who sacrificed everything for me. He taught me that with determination and love, we can achieve anything. Today, I stand here not just as a graduate, but as a daughter of Majiwa, proud of my roots and my heritage." The hall erupted in applause. Many were moved to tears by Laurie's words and the sight of Stephen standing barefoot by his daughter's side. Laurie's classmates and their families began to understand the true meaning of perseverance and love. But the story doesn't end here. The impact of Laurie's words and her father's journey would soon ripple beyond the university hall, reaching the hearts of many and inspiring change in unexpected ways. As Laurie and her father, Stephen, left the graduation hall, they were approached by students, professors, and parents, all wanting to shake hands with the man who had walked barefoot to see his daughter's achievement. Stephen's humble act and Laurie's heartfelt tribute had touched something deep within everyone there. One of the university's professors, Dr. Kilonzo, was particularly moved. He approached Laurie with a warm smile and said, "Your story is inspiring, Laurie. We often forget the struggles behind the success we see. Your father's dedication and your hard work are a testament to the power of love and perseverance." As word spread about Stephen's journey, a local news reporter who was covering the graduation approached them for an interview. Soon, their story was broadcasted not just across Nairobi, but throughout Kenya. People from all walks of life were captivated by the tale of a father's love and a daughter's triumph. A few days later, as Laurie and Stephen returned to their village, they were greeted by a celebration. The villagers of Majiwa had gathered to welcome them back. Children sang songs, and the elders shared stories of hope. The village square was decorated with colorful fabrics and flowers. Stephen was overwhelmed by the community's warmth and gratitude. In the following weeks, many people visited Majiwa to meet the father and daughter who had become symbols of hope. Organizations offered support to the village. New shoes and supplies were delivered for Stephen and other villagers who needed them. Engineers and volunteers arrived, inspired by Laurie's dream to bring innovation to her village. Laurie, driven by her education and the opportunities now at her doorstep, decided to start a project that would transform Majiwa. With the help of engineers and the local community, she planned to bring clean water, better farming techniques, and solar energy to their village. Stephen watched with pride as his daughter took the lead. She organized workshops to teach modern agricultural methods, installed solar panels on rooftops to provide electricity, and worked on a water purification system that would ensure clean drinking water for everyone. The changes in Majiwa were profound. Crops flourished, the nights were no longer dark, and children could study without fear of waterborne diseases. The village became a model of progress and sustainability, attracting attention from all over Kenya. One day, as the sun set over the transformed village, Stephen sat outside his home, watching the children play under the warm glow of solar lights. Laurie joined him, sitting by his side. "Dad," she said softly, "none of this would have been possible without you. You taught me to dream, to work hard, and to never give up." Stephen smiled, his eyes twinkling with pride. "And you, my daughter, have taught me that dreams can become reality. I always knew you would change our world." Laurie leaned her head on her father's shoulder, feeling the deep connection they shared. The village was alive with the sounds of laughter and joy, a testament to what they had achieved together. As the moon rose, casting a gentle light over Majiwa, Laurie and Stephen sat in contentment. Their story had not only changed their lives, but had also inspired countless others to believe in the power of love, determination, and community. And so, from the small village of Majiwa, a tale of a barefoot father's journey to his daughter's graduation became a beacon of hope across Africa, reminding everyone that no matter how humble our beginnings, we have the power to create a brighter future.